So, wala kang experience as EVA, pero gusto mong makakuha ng first client. And maybe you've been thinking, paano ko makakuha ng first client? Kung lahat ng job posts na nakikita ko, may experience ang kailangan. So, ang mga nakikita mo, 1 to 2 years experience required. You see other applicants with impressive portfolios, and you start thinking, baka hindi talaga para sa akin to. But here's the thing. You do not need years of VA experience to start looking for your first client. What you need is a better way to position yourself. Show what you can actually do and approach the right opportunities. So if you're starting from zero and you're wondering, where do I even begin? So this video is for you. So for today's video, we're going to talk about how to find your first VA client, even if you have no previous VA experience. Okay, so we're going to talk about what clients are actually looking for, how you can use the skills you already have, and how you can create proof of your abilities even without previous clients. We'll also talk about where you can look for opportunities, how you can approach potential clients, and what you should do when someone asks you that scary question. Do you have experience? So we're also going to talk about some of the mistakes beginners make when they're trying to get their first client. And before we get into it, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button because I share potential practical content about virtual assistants, freelancing, finding clients, and working online. Okay, so let's get into it. So let's start. Okay. First, understand why getting the first client feels so hard. Let's start here because I think this is something a lot of beginners need to hear. Getting your first client is actually harder than getting your second or third client. Why? Because before you have a client, you don't have client experience, correct? And because you don't have client experience, you start thinking you don't have anything to show. And because you don't have anything to show, you don't feel confident applying. Tama ba? So, ang ginagawa mo, you don't apply. And because you don't apply, you don't get experience. See the cycle? No experience, no confidence, no applications, no client. Still, no experience. You have to break that cycle somewhere. And the place to break it is not necessarily by waiting for someone to magically give you experience. You break it by creating proof that you can do the work. That's an important distinction. There is a difference between saying, I'm hardworking and willing to learn, and saying, here's an example of how I would organize a client's inbox. So the second one gives the potential client something they can actually evaluate. And that's where we're going to start. Okay? So you don't need, again, you don't need years of experience. You need skills plus proof plus the right opportunity. Okay? One mistake I see beginners make is trying to become a VA without deciding what they actually want to offer. Okay, hold on. So They say, I want to be a VA. Okay, but what does that mean? What service are you offering? Are you doing administrative work, calendar management, data entry, customer support, research, social media assistance? There are many different types of VA work. And you don't need to master everything before you start. Okay, you don't need to do that. In fact, trying to learn everything can actually slow you down. If I were starting from zero today, I'd choose one or two services that I feel capable of learning and delivering. For example, um, let's say you're comfortable with organizing information, writing professional messages, and using Google Workspace. You could position yourself around administrative support. Or maybe you've worked in customer service before. Even if you've never worked as a VA, those customer service skills can still be relevant. That called transferable skills. And this is something beginners often overlook. Okay? Don't try to offer everything. Start with something. Okay? Look at what you already know. Now you might be thinking, but I really have no experience. Okay, let's dig a little deeper. Have you ever organized schedules? Have you answered emails? Have you handled customer questions? Have you created spreadsheets? Have you researched something online? Have you managed social media for yourself or someone you know? Have you used Canva? These experiences may not have been called virtual assistant experience, but some of the skills can still transfer. Parang ako, I don't have virtual assistance experience, but I was able to land clients. Kasi, tinransfer ko yung skills na ginawa ko before sa business namin nung nag-a-apply ako. And yung ginawa ko sa business namin, similar dun sa ipapagawa lang rin ni client. And that's how I landed my first VA client. And kapag pala nakapag-land ka na ng isang client, parang magsusunod-sunod na siya. Ganun siya. Kasi malalaman mo na how it works, na ganun pala siya gumagana. Kaya madali na sa yung makakuha pa ng more than one client. Yeah. So, ganun siya. Okay? So, what you can also do is you can create sample work. Show what you can do. Don't fake client experience. Okay? Don't do that. So again, you don't have to wait for your first client before you create a portfolio. You can create sample work. Let's say you want to offer email management. So you could create a fictional inbox scenario, something like that. For example, imagine your client services receive 30 emails in one day. So you can demonstrate how you would categorize them. Ganon. Okay, so now let's talk about another common beginner mistake. You send an application that says, "Hi, I'm interested in this position. I don't have experience, but I'm hardworking. willing to learn, and a fast learner. There's nothing wrong with being hardworking, but imagine you're the client. You have several applicants. One applicant says, I'm willing to learn. Another applicant says, I've created sample workflows showing how I would manage your inbox, organize your calendar, and track follow ups. Who gives you more confidence? The second person. Why? Because they're showing evidence. So instead of making your entire pitch about what you want, think about what the client needs. Okay? Yung kailangan ni client ang isipin nyo. Instead of, I want an opportunity, try thinking, what problem is this client trying to solve? And how can I show them that I can help? That's a much stronger mindset. Pag ganyan ang mindset mo, at ipinakita mo kay client kung papaano mo siya matutulungan sa business niya, I'm sure mag-stand out ka. Yes. Okay? So, here's also something else beginners sometimes forget. A client isn't hiring a VA just because they want to give someone a job. They're hiring because something needs to get done. Maybe overwhelmed sila sa emails. Maybe they're spending too much time doing administrative tasks. Maybe they're behind on customer inquiries. Maybe they need someone to organize information. Or maybe they need help keeping things moving. So when you're applying, don't just talk about yourself. Talk about the problem you can help solve. For example, instead of, I am a hardworking and dedicated virtual assistant, you could say something like, I can help keep your administrative task organized so you can spend more time focusing on your core business. That's already more client focused. Can you see the difference, guys? And you can make it even more specific depending on the job. This is one of the biggest mindset shift na gusto kong magkaroon yung mga beginners. You're not simply asking for a job. You're offering help with a problem. Kumbaga, hindi ka kukuhanin ni client as a worker. Kukuhanin ka niya as someone na maaasahan niya. Okay? Magkaiba yon, malaki ang difference nila. Tama? So now let's get practical. Where do you actually find these clients? There are different places you can look. You can explore freelance platforms, remote job boards, pwede ring professional networks like yung LinkedIn, ganon. Online communities, direct outreach, pwede rin, nag-work din yun. So, start small. Okay? Don't make the mistake of thinking you need to be everywhere at once. Yan yung pagkakamali ko nung nag-a-apply ako before na hindi ako nare-replyan kahit isa. Okay? So we have a different topic about this. And that video focuses on where you're going to look. So I'll put the link in the chat kapag available na yung video na yon, so you can watch that in the video. Okay? So next is, let's move on. Don't apply to everything. This one is important. When you're desperate for your first client, you might be tempted to apply to every job you see. Don't. Okay? Read the job description. Understand what the client needs. Look at the required skills. Then ask yourself, can I realistically do this work? If yes, apply. If the client needs a skill you don't have at all, don't force it. And don't apply simply because the title says virtual assistant. A VA job can involve very different responsibilities. So, kailangan ang a-applyan mo is yung mga VA job na nagma-match dun sa current abilities mo or dun sa skills na meron ka talaga. Okay? Quality matters more than simply sending hundreds of random applications. Okay? Tatandaan niyo po yun. What if the client asks, do you have experience? Okay, let's talk about a question that scares beginners. Do you have experience? If the answer is no, don't lie. Please don't invent clients. Don't create fake companies. Don't say you manage projects that you never managed. You can be honest while still presenting yourself professionally. Okay? Don't do that. And what if, let's say you start applying, you send 5 applications, nothing. 10 applications, wala pa rin. 20 applications, still nothing. And you start thinking, maybe I'm not good enough. Not necessarily. So, guys, getting rejected doesn't automatically mean you're incapable. Okay? Maybe your application isn't strong enough. Maybe you're applying for the wrong jobs, kaya hindi ka nare-replyan. Maybe your profile isn't communicating your skills clearly. Maybe the client already had someone in mind. So you don't know. So instead of taking every rejection personally, you need to treat the process like feedback. Okay? Ask, what can I improve? Look at your application. Look at your profile. Look at your targets. Okay? Then you make adjustments. And then keep going. The goal isn't to send the exact same application 100 times. Wag na wag niyong gagawin yon. The goal is to improve your approach as you learn. Okay? So, here's another mistake. Some beginners think, I need to make myself look like an expert. No. You need to look reliable and capable. Those are different things. Okay? And then, hindi mo rin kailangan na mag-start ka lang mag-apply kapag yung portfolio mo ay perfect na. Actually, ako yung niche ko hindi nga kailangan ng portfolio eh. Or wala naman akong portfolio. Pag hinahanapan ako ng portfolio, hindi ako nag-a-apply. Marami namang mga ano dyan na hindi kailangan ng portfolio. Okay? So, another one is, this actually connects back to me when we talked about earlier. Your application shouldn't read like your entire life story. Okay? Your client doesn't need 5 paragraphs about why you've always dreamed of becoming a VA. They want to know, can you help me? So, you need to keep your message relevant. Okay? Understand the job, mention the specific skills, and then explain how you can help. Ganun lang. That's it. Okay? And if you want me to break down exactly how to write a beginner VA application, that's another video because there's a lot we can cover there. I'll put the link again sa description kapag available na siya. Okay? So, let's proceed. Okay, so let's make this really practical. If I were starting from absolute zero today and wanted my first VA client, here's what I would do. So first, I would choose one service to focus on. Not 10, just one. Isa lang. Second, I would make sure I actually understand the basic task involved. Pangatlo, I would create 3 to 5 relevant sample projects. Depende yan. Kung yung niche mo ay nangangailangan ng mga sample project. Yung sa akin naman kasi ay hindi naman. So, pang-apat, gagawa ako ng simple profile that clearly explains what I do, who I can help, what task I can handle, and kung meron akong proof, ilalagay ko. Kung wala naman, okay lang. Then, I'd start looking for opportunities. And I wouldn't just send one application and wait. Okay? I'd consistently apply to relevant opportunities while improving my approach. Okay? Ganon siya. Improve as you go. Start applying. Okay? And here's something I really want you to remember. You don't need 20 clients right now. You don't even need 5. If you're starting from zero, your immediate goal is simple. Get one opportunity, one client, one person willing to give you a chance. One person that you can complete professionally. Because after that first client, you have something you didn't have before. Experience. A testimonial, if the client is willing to provide one. More confidence. Yes, that will give you more confidence. And a better understanding of how client work actually works. Then your next opportunity becomes easier to pursue. That's why the first client can feel like the biggest mountain. You're not just looking for income. You're trying to create that first piece of real experience. Ganyan. Okay? And one more thing, your first client may not be your dream client. They may not give you your dream project, and that's okay. Okay? Your first client is an opportunity to learn how professional client relationships work. You learn how to communicate, you learn how to clarify instructions, you learn how to meet deadlines, you learn how to ask questions, etc., etc. Okay? But of course, you should still watch out for scams and opportunities that ask you to work for free indefinitely. Okay? But don't expect your very first opportunity to look like the final stage of your career. You're starting, remember. Okay? All right. So, let's have a quick recap. If you have no VA experience and you're trying to find your first client, number 1, don't wait for experience before you start. Number 2, identify the skills you already have. Pangatlo, choose a specific service you can realistically offer. Panglima, focus your application on the client's problem, not just your desire for a job. Number 6, apply to opportunities that actually match your skills. Okay? Next is treat rejection as feedback. Don't wait until everything is perfect. And finally, keep improving while you're looking for opportunities. Okay? So here's what I want you to do after watching this video. Don't just watch this and say, okay, that's helpful. Actually, do something. Today, choose one VA service you want to offer. Then write down yung 3 skills na meron ka na related dun sa service na yun. And then update your profile or application message so that it clearly explains how you can help a client. And finally, start looking for relevant opportunities. Don't wait until you're completely confident. Because confidence usually comes after you start taking action, not before. If you want to get your first client, you have to give potential clients the opportunity to say yes. Okay? And if you're currently trying to get your first VA client, let me know in the comments. Are you still preparing or have you already started applying? I'd love to know where you are in the process. And if this video helped you understand how to approach your first client without having previous VA experience, hit the like button and share this with someone who's also trying to start freelancing. And of course, subscribe because we're going to talk about the next steps too, including things like how to build a resume with no experience, what to put inside it, where to find clients, and how to write your first VA application. Don't try to figure everything out at once. Start with one skill. Create proof, find the right opportunity, and go after that first yes. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, guys.